Level 1. The Rookie. You are 22 years old, 48 cells occupied, one sharpened toothbrush for every 12 inmates, and you are the only thing between them and the door. You stand in the locker room at 5:15 in the morning, black boots laced tight, the smell of polish barely masking the staleness of cafeteria coffee. The steel door slams behind you with a force that vibrates through your chest. Your badge is new. Your keys feel heavy, swinging from your belt, the weight unfamiliar. Every surface in this place reflects your inexperience. You shadow Officer Mallory, 15 years in, union rep, voice raspy from 2 decades of cigarettes and night shifts. He moves down the cell block, nodding at inmates by name, eyes alert but never lingering. You memorize the routine. Head count at 6, yard at 7, paperwork by 9. There are 63 steps from the sally port to the yard gate. You count them every time. Mallory tests you without warning. He asks for the code to the south wing. You do not know it. You say nothing. He waits. The silence stretches until you repeat the wrong code. He shakes his head. No second chances out here, he says, not unkindly. You do not ask again. In the yard, 2 prisoners exchange a folded note behind their backs. You notice the flicker of hands, but you hesitate. Mallory steps in, separating them with a wordless gesture. Later, he tells you, you cannot hesitate, not even once. At lunch, you eat in silence while the others swap stories about last week's lockdown. Nobody asks what you think. You write your first report that afternoon. Your hands shake so hard your signature is almost illegible. The process is the product. Level 2, the Veteran. You are 25 years old. You count 220 inmates, 3 radios, 1 riot shield for every 5 officers. You have survived 23 months, 4 lockdowns, and a winter so cold the pipes froze in D-block. Your uniform is broken in, the badge tarnished at the edges. You know the way tension moves through a cell block. Silence thickens just before a fight breaks out. You recognize faces, memorize tattoos, learn who owes whom and why. Officer Nguyen joins your shift. Academy top scorer, always early, shoes polished to a mirror. You both work the night rotation. The radio hisses static at 2 in the morning. A fight erupts in the yard. You are the first through the gate, just ahead of Nguyen. You see the flash of a blade, the arc of a fist, the look of calculation in a prisoner's jaw. You break it up fast. 4 officers, 11 seconds, 1 minor injury. In the aftermath, you write the incident report while Nguyen paces, replaying every move. You tell her, there are no perfect outcomes, only less bad ones. She does not respond. She looks at your hands, steady now, and says nothing. You learn to read the graffiti in the stairwells, the codes scratched into concrete. You know which alarms are real, which are bluffs. Some days blur into routine. Head counts, count sheets, the radio's endless drone. You are trusted now. You are the one called when tempers flare. You eat lunch with your colleagues in the break room. Officer West with the orange lanyard, always joking, always watching. The stories are shorter, the punchlines sharper. You say less. The days are longer. Every loss is personal. Every gain is legacy. Level 3, the Sergeant. You are 28 years old. 274 inmates, 9 officers per shift. 1 clipboard that never leaves your hand. Promotion is a ceremony at 8 in the morning. The boss, Warden Harlan, gray beard, glasses, never smiles, hands you a new badge and a list of names. Your job is to keep the peace. You mediate disputes between rival gangs, Norteños, Sureños, the Aryan set. You arbitrate between overworked staff and the relentless demands of the incarcerated. The halls feel narrower. Responsibility presses in from both sides. You decipher cryptic graffiti in the showers, the slashed marks in the laundry. There are 3 new officers you must train. You memorize their schedules, their strengths, their weaknesses. Officer Ramirez, Academy graduate, sharp eyes, nervous laugh, asks too many questions on his first shift. You walk the cell blocks together. A fight breaks out in the East Wing. You see the tension build. 2 inmates circling, words clipped short, others stepping back. You step in, voice flat, hands steady. You separate them before fists land. Afterwards, you file the report. Ramirez's hands shake. You say nothing. At 2 in the morning, you are called for an emergency. A broken window in the visitation room. The boss appears silent, arms crossed, watching as you organize the repairs. He says, "This is your problem now." You do not reply. You do not sleep that night. The process decides who decides. Level 4, the lieutenant. You are 32 years old, 326 inmates, 16 officers, 5 camera feeds, a radio channel that never goes quiet. Your office is a windowless room near the administrative wing. Your clipboard is replaced by a laptop. Your name now appears on every staff roster and every disciplinary action. You review security footage. 37 hours this week alone. You approve overtime. You write evaluations. Officer Patel joins your team. BA in criminology, meticulous, carries a stopwatch, corrects your grammar and emails. She notices the schedule gaps. You let her. You spend your days arbitrating staff schedules, reviewing use of force reports, and meeting with the boss, who now calls you by your last name only. Your day splits into meetings and crises: a staff assault at 7:20, a medical emergency at 10, a surprise inspection at 2. You mediate between old school officers and the younger recruits. The arguments are quiet, but the tension is real. Patel points out a missed headcount in C block. You nod, make a note. She does not ask questions. She watches you sign the report. The boss says, "Mistakes travel up, not down." He leaves the room before you can answer. At midnight, your phone rings. An inmate has attempted escape from the infirmary. You coordinate the lockdown, issue orders, and stay until sunrise. Your sleep is fragmented, your authority absolute only on paper. The process narrows as you climb. Level 5, the captain. You are 38 years old, 371 inmates, 22 officers, 10 surveillance zones, and a budget of $4.2 million for the fiscal year. Your office is lined with policy binders and signed memos. You stride the administrative wing, shoes muffled on waxed linoleum. Your meetings now include auditors, politicians, and the union liaison. You review proposals for new fencing, approve requisitions, and sign off on disciplinary hearings. Officer Brooks reports to you 10 years in corrections, MBA, never sits still, wears a wristwatch set 5 minutes fast. Brooks brings you a staffing issue, 3 officers short for the graveyard shift. You scan the roster, reassign personnel, approve overtime. Brooks waits in silence. You sign the schedule without comment. You walk the perimeter at 7 in the morning, noting the new graffiti on the south wall. You record it, classify it, and file the report. The boss appears less often now, his beard grayer, his posture more rigid. He asks, "Do you remember when you walked the block?" You answer, "Every day." He nods and leaves. Your sleep is divided into anxious fragments. You are called at midnight for emergencies, at 3 in the morning for policy questions. Your name appears on every order. The system feels heavier, the choices sharper. Every signature is a decision. Every silence is a message. Level 6, the warden. You are 46 years old. 388 inmates, 29 officers, 16 security cameras, and every decision belongs to you. Your name is etched on every memo, every policy, every door. You review budgets, host inspection tours, and shake hands with politicians at quarterly briefings. You know every clang, every voice, every shadow in this place. You walk the administrative wing at 6 in the morning, your shoes silent on the linoleum, the keys on your belt ceremonial now. Outside, the sun rises behind razor wire. You pass Officer Mallory's portrait in the staff hallway, faded but respected. The boss is gone. His office is yours. You sit behind his desk, sign a stack of papers, transfers, grievances, supply orders. No one interrupts you. The phone rings. You answer, your voice steady. There's a lockdown in D block. You issue orders, approve the protocol, and listen to the silence that follows. You watch security feeds. You recognize every face. Every problem belongs to you. Somewhere right now, a 14-year-old is sitting in the locker room, boots laced, badge new, eyes wide. The system does not stop. It just finds new keepers.